So the past week has been some crazy news for the internet wrestling community, with the rumors of not only AEW receiving Bryan Danielson, but CM Punk as well. It's caused the IWC to go into this complete craziness. Like, everyone is like, oh my God, CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, they're gonna show up in AEW. They're gonna make a shockwave among the wrestling world. It's gonna create this buzz. It's gonna get more eyes on AEW and, this and that, etc. But then, you have your people that are not happy about this. You have WWE fans that are turning on Bryan Danielson, And even AEW fans have been out talking about how this is the end for WWE. Oh my God, the WWE is in trouble. Vince McMahon is going to have competition. The almighty empire known as the World Wrestling Entertainment will crash down as AEW rises amongst the ranks as the world's #1 wrestling promotion. So basically, you have WWE fans, or E-drones, or whatever you call them, and then you have your AEW fanboys, your Kenny Omega lovers, whatever you want to call them, and they're once again going at it. Man, I thought that, the death of Brody Lee, Jonathan Huber, would finally bring the fans together. Instead of arguing and shouting at each other and, deciding on who's the best, they're still arguing. I mean, it's insane. Like, I don't understand, and I've said this before, but I still don't understand why I have to pick a side in wrestling, It's kind of like NBA. I'm not comparing NBA to wrestling because they're two completely different things. But I think both Michael Jordan and LeBron James are great at what they do. I think that they're two of the greatest of all time. Now, some may say Michael Jordan's better. Some may say, LeBron James better. But you can't get mad at the people that like them both. Same thing with WWE and AEW. You can't get mad or get pissed off or go on this uprising about how, I actually enjoy watching WWE and AEW. I enjoy, both shows. I enjoy, the shows. It's insane. Like, it's insane, man, how wrestling fans can be. And I've said this before. Wrestling fans are, some of the most toxic people, really, like, so much negativity, so much hate, especially on Twitter, man. Wrestling Twitter is absolutely insane. You have a bunch of, strangers arguing with other strangers about, who's this, who's better, who's not better, this and that. It's just, come on, man. Let's enjoy professional wrestling, because granted, professional wrestling is not at the height that it was during the Attitude Era. But it's a lot of freaking pro wrestling going on right now. Let me just name you some of the wrestling companies that we have right now. We have, WWE. We have AEW. We have Ring of Honor. We have Impact. We have New Japan. We have CMLL. We have AAA. We have MLW. NWA. We have all these wrestling companies, and instead of sitting down, enjoying the product, watching and loving and enjoying and, just being a wonderful time, a wrestling fan, we want to sit up here and we want to argue. Like, last week was awesome. It was an awesome weekend. Let me just name you down some of the stuff that happened, We had, shows coming back. Well, fans coming back. We had John Cena show up at Money in the Bank. You had Jay White show up at Impact Wrestling. Like, great stuff over in AEW. Chavo Guerrero showing up, man. Like, It's insane, but yet people still want to find a way to hate. People still want to find a way to, bring in that negativity. And that's the same thing with this whole CM Punk and Daniel Bryan thing. Now, like I said in the CM Punk video, me personally, CM Punk, I have to see it to believe it if he's going to show up. But Danielson, I can pretty much see him show up in AEW. But seeing fans turn on Bryan, is weird because, in hindsight, Bryan has done everything that he could in WWE. He's won damn near all the titles. He's done everything he could. What else is there for him to do in that company? Might as well go to AEW, wrestle a few dates in Japan, maybe even have a little one last run in the indie scene and, call it a run. Go be a family man. So, I don't know, man. It's just insane. As much as I would love to see the two sides reconcile, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen because, you can't, it won't happen because some way or another, fans are going to still find a way to shit on people who watch WWE. And then you're going to have fans who are going to shit on other people who watch AEW. So it's just, I just don't understand, man. Great time to be a professional wrestling fan. But I have to choose a side. What the heck? I have to choose a side. I got so many different alternatives now. But I have to choose a side. I have to choose Team WWE. I have to choose Team Vince McMahon. I have to choose Tony Khan. I have to choose AEW. I have to choose one of the two. And if I don't, I'm not a real wrestling fan. Is that what we've come to here in 2021? Anyways, that's the video. I had to say it, man. Somebody had to say it. Let's enjoy pro wrestling, man, because who knows? Anything could happen in 20 years from now. Who knows? Pro wrestling might not even be here in the next 50 years or so. Who knows? Anything could happen. So, that's the video, guys. Great time to be a pro wrestling fan. Got so much stuff happening. I mean, this is great. So, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, if you have any video ideas, put them in the comment section below. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so, yeah.